Welcome back to UK Knowledge Guru. In this video, we will learn how to apply for change of employment for skilled worker visa on gov.uk. For that, we will go on gov.uk, the only genuine website. Look for skilled worker visa, click on skilled worker visa. In the section, you will see right at the bottom, update your visa if you change job or employer. So we'll click on it and it will give you the details. First, we will read this, then we will discuss the rules for it, which are over here, and I will discuss them one by one. These are very important rules. Everyone must know when they are planning to change the employment. Update your visa if you change job or employer. You will need to apply to update your skilled worker visa if you want to change your job and your job is with different employer. Now, many people get confused when you have to apply for COS, when you need a new COS and when you don't need. So this will explain, like when we will discuss the details further, that will explain us in detail. Your job changes to a different occupation code and you are not in a graduate training program. You leave a job that's on immigration salary list for a job that is not on the list. You do not need to apply again if you stay in the same job, but your job is taken off the immigration salary list. Now, what we mean by immigration salary list? For that, we will go on top, skilled worker visa, click on your job. Go down, look for immigration salary list. So you have view your table of jobs. So this is where it says yes and no. So from April, they have updated this table. So if I open this table and I'll show you, so you can see that this job is eligible for occupation code, chief executive, but this job is not eligible for the occupation code. So which table is that? Eligible occupation and codes. Go down and you will be, for example, chefs are allowed, cooks are not allowed. So this one also says no. You go down, you will see few more, and you will also be able to see extension only. When it says extension only, so for example, if you are planning to extend your visa and they have removed the code, but you are still allowed to extend. So for example, 3214 job code. It will come 3214. Let me go quick. Okay, there you go. 3214. So this one is only allowed for extension only. Further, it says the table is very large. It is sorted in order to occupation code with the smallest number at the top. You may be also able to use web browser to search your job code on the page. So we'll ignore that part. Now let's read more in detail. So for that, we will go on guidance, workers and temporary workers, guidance for sponsor part 2. All these guidance are available on gov.uk. The caseworker will view these guidance to decide your application. So it's always important that you read them. Everything is available on gov.uk. Version 0425. Make sure that you always check the version of the guidance. If the version is old, please don't follow. You will make a huge mistake. Go down and look for the change. So on the left side, you can see change of employment. So if I click on it, so change of employment. So this is the guidance which we are reading. It's very important. Start from S9.13. Whenever you get a refusal, you get these kind of numbers. You will see S9.13. Because of this, we have refused your application. So these are the numbers coming from the guidance. S913 says, unless an exception at paragraph S9.17, which we'll discuss, applies, a worker must be assigned a new COS and make a new application for entry clearance or permission to stay, even if their existing permission is not due to expire for some time. If any of the following is true. 1, 2, 3. Number 1, you wish to sponsor the worker to the job in different occupation code. So for example, your job code is getting changed. The worker was previously sponsored in a job listed in Appendix Immigration Salary List and is moving to the job that is not listed in the Immigration Salary List. So for example, there was a job which was before, but it's not anymore. Unless the transitional provision referred in paragraph S9.10 applies, which I just discussed, that if it says extension only, then yes, you can apply, but you need COS. The worker wishes to work for a different sponsor or employer, and none of the exceptions at paragraph S9.17 apply. S9.14. It says this is known as change of employment application. The application must be approved and the sponsor must carry out relevant right to work check before the worker can start work in their new job. This applies in all cases, even if the new job is the same sponsor, provided the worker applies before their current permission expires. They can continue working in the same job and for the same sponsor as in their last grant permission until the change of employment application is granted. So you are allowed to keep working if everything is the same or where the conditions of stay permitted while working out contractual notice period. 9.15. For some routes, you may need to take additional steps before you can assign a COS to a worker. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Example number 1, you may need to meet the care worker recruitment requirement to sponsor a care worker or senior care worker on a skilled worker route. This is new from April, so see section SK4. So obviously they have updated the details over here. You may have to carry out resident labor consideration before you can sponsor a religious worker. You may have to follow specific code of practice before you can sponsor a creative worker. You will need to obtain an endorsement from the relevant sports governing body to sponsor an international sports person. S9.16. If you fail to comply with these requirements, we will revoke your license. Now let me show you how to apply for that. So again, we will go on gov.uk skilled worker visa page, go right at the bottom and look for update your visa if you change your employer. Click on it and you will come to this page. Go down and you will get the option apply now. So once you have started the application, you can come back and do that. Click apply now. It will ask you where you are planning to live. Do you have EU passport? No. Do you have a biometric residence permit? Yes. Is it expired? No, it's not expired yet. Have you ever provided your fingerprints? Yes. And then it will take you for biometric residence permit details. So it will ask you your name details. Problem is we don't have the BRP at the moment, so we can't go further. But further it will ask you continue and it will take you to the create an account. So for create an account, it will definitely need the BRP. So for example, I'll put the names in, click continue. Which country? So I'll put, for example, India over here, continue. Now it will ask me biometric residence permit number, expiry date, and you will go continue. So this is how you can apply for the change. Now let's jump to the exceptions. So these exceptions are for change of employment application not required. So S9.17 says a worker will not be required to make a change of employment application if any of the following exceptions apply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's start with the first one. There is a change of sponsor, but the worker will continue working for the same employer in the same occupation code, and they have provided the details. There is a change of employer or sponsor, but the worker is covered by the transfer of undertaking. There is a change of employer but no change of sponsor, where the new employer is registered with the Home Office as a branch of the existing sponsor organization. I'll put all the links in the description as well because I can't go each link. Obviously, you don't want to make this video very long, but if you need these links, they are all in the description. The worker is sponsored on a graduate training program covering multiple roles within your organization, and they change occupation during the program or at the end of the program when you appoint them permanently. The worker is an international sports person, is being sponsored by a sports club and is moving to another sports club on loan, where the sports government body permit. The worker is being sponsored by the government exchange program. The change of employment is authorized by the sponsor and is otherwise permitted on that route. The worker is being sponsored in SOC 2010 occupation code, and the change of occupation code is a result of the transition to the SOC 2020 occupation codes. Now let's read the last part of this video. S9.18. In all these cases, except where the change is solely as a result of the transition from 2010 to 2020 and the worker is staying in the same role. You must tell us the change of details via your sponsorship management account in accordance with your reporting duties. See section C1 sponsor duties compliance for further information on your reporting duties. I'll put this link in the description, but watch this video. I've showed how to apply for a sponsor license and I've completely explained the guidance of sponsor license in this video. Further, it says they will need a new COS and must make an extension of permission application instead as described above.